My name is Anita. My daughter's name is Jessica. We brought her here for a treatment because she couldn't pay attention and she couldn't chew or eat like other kids. We completed 1 week of treatment and today we came back for follow-up treatment. It's been 3 weeks since we started the treatment. And before we started the treatment, like, she couldn't chew. She will not eat a variety of food. She gagged often and she would throw up like 2-3 times a week. Since the treatment started, like, she stopped throwing up and she's not gagging as much. And she also started eating a variety of food. Earlier, like, she would not eat popsicles or snacks or anything like that. Now she accepts all the food. And we've also been working on chewing. Dr. Jari gave us instructions on how to help her and how to teach her to chew at home following his treatment. And just 1 day after his treatment, she started chewing. She's able to chew at least 50% better. Today we had the second treatment session and I am sure she's going to make progress very quickly. That is the great thing about Dr. Jari's treatment. Everything happens at the speed of lightning, as he says. And we saw that and we witnessed it. Like I said, only after 5 days, she was able to move better, walk better, pay attention better. She is even able to take care of her self-help skills. She is like a different child now. She has made 80% of progress. I can definitely say that. She still has very little difficulty chewing, but Dr. Jari's strategies as to how to help her at home. And I am sure we are going to see changes within a matter of few days. So to all the parents out there that are struggling with kids with special needs that has difficulty chewing or eating or talking or socializing, I would definitely recommend taking them to Dr. Jari's treatment center because Dr. Jari is a miracle worker. Another thing I forgot to mention is she couldn't gargle before. Following previous session, Dr. Jari treated her jaws. And minutes after he treated her jaws, he asked her to gargle, and she's able to gargle now. We've been teaching her to gargle for the last 6 years. She couldn't do it. But now she can do it. She finds it fun and she wants to do it over and over again. That's another thing about Dr. Jari's treatment. It's all fun stuff. Love it. They like it. It's not traumatizing or it's not scary for them. I'm seeing a child that is transforming very quickly. And I just thank Dr. Jari and thank God that he has led us here so that our daughter can be healed. I never ever thought that she can be healed or she can recover, she can be cured. Many parents with special needs kids don't think that, but there is a big transformation in our child's life, and I have a complete belief that through Dr. Jari's treatment that she can lead a normal.
Yes, absolutely. How old is Jessica?
Jessica is 6 years old.
6 years old, and it's almost there is no developmental to swallow.
Yeah, she could swallow, but it was more like a gravitational thing. It was not like a conscious swallow. So all of her food was completely pureed. So as soon as we feed it to her, she'll just swallow it right away. But if it was a little bit thicker food or it was a food with slight texture, she couldn't swallow. She'll gag or she'll throw up or she'll find it very hard.
So there was a disconnection between the brain and the gut, and there was no electrical conductivity. So Dr. Jari regulated the brain to the gut so that it produced this instantaneous result.
And the other thing was we never heard any sounds from her stomach before.
Yeah.
After we started the treatment, now I hear her stomach gurgling. That is a big thing for me. It's a normal process that happens to everyone, but I've never heard it before. But now I hear her stomach rumbling and gurgling, and right before she has to eat or after she eats. So that's another thing we know.
That's wonderful. That's so normal. That is symptoms of a functioning system. She had 5 sessions, I believe, and then 2. So she has sessions altogether.
So she came from Monday through Friday for every day for 2 hours. And then she came for a follow-up treatment last week again for 2 hours. And today we had a 2-hour session.
That's wonderful. That is really at the speed of light.
Yes, it is. It is.
Tell me what other practitioners told you. God forbid they even gave her very terrible diagnoses that were not accurate at all.
Yes.
Could you tell us some of the diagnoses that they gave?
So when Jessica was 8 months old, I noticed that she wasn't developing like other kids. So I took her to regional center, I took her to school district, I took her to Kaiser, and some of them were not sure what was going on. So they gave a very generalized diagnosis like developmental delay. And some of them said she has, which I never believed, because she is a child that likes to socialize, that likes to empathize, but in a big environment she gets lost. So no one ever gave us a real clear diagnosis. So they said, based on all of her symptoms, autism is the only diagnosis that she fits close to, or she fits close into. So that is the only diagnosis she had, but it never really explained any of the symptoms that she had or the struggles that she was going through and how it was related to her chewing. We took her to occupational therapy, we took her to speech therapy, we took her to ABA therapy. None of these therapies really helped her. You know, especially occupational therapy did not help with the chewing at all. We've been like working on this chewing for the last 6 years. I would say she did not make any progress. She did not make even like 1% of progress in the last 4 years that she's been to this occupational therapist. But like I said, after we came to Dr. Jari, she started exploring more food. It happens in a more natural way. We don't have to force her. We don't have to do exercises and like a formal session. It's fun for her. Like now, she wants to eat popsicles every day. But she wouldn't even touch it or put it in her mouth. But now, she will hold the popsicle and she will finish eating a popsicle by herself. That is huge for us. Like, she would never even say she was hungry before, or she will never ask for any food. But now, the gagging is gone, the vomiting is gone, she's able to open her mouth bigger, she's able to explore more food. She even started chewing. She's chewing 50% better. Like I said, after 2 days treatment.
How would they say she had a slowness in developmental, like mental retardation? And as far as what occupation said that, and why would they have said that?
So I really don't know what the occupation of that person is. I think she's a developmental therapist. It was all based on observation. And it was all based on observation and few checklists. That's it. It wasn't, it's just, like I said, Jessica had difficulty walking in a straight line, she had difficulty chewing. And because she was like constantly involved in finding out where she is going, or she couldn't relate to her space, she was constantly engaged with herself. I took her to a developmental therapist, I took her to a psychologist, I took her to an occupational therapist and speech therapist. So all of them could just come up with this one diagnosis, like autism. But like I said, even they were not sure. One of them even told me, we are not sure what's going on with her, but based on the symptoms and based on observation, that is the one thing that she fits into, autism spectrum disorder. So for all the mothers out there, parents out there that has kids with special needs, I would encourage you to get your child assessed by Dr. Jari. Because when my daughter was first diagnosed with autism, I thought this is lifelong, she's going to be labeled as having autistic, when I myself was not convinced that she had autism. But when after bringing her to Dr. Jari, explained us that she does not have autism, something else called as patient neglect syndrome. And she also explained to us every symptom she has and why she has those symptoms. And he connected it to why she's behaving in a certain, and how it is related to her brain function. Now we know why she's behaving the way she's behaving. And again, like most of it is gone. I thought my daughter will never be able to lead a normal life, but after bringing her to Dr. Jari, I have a lot of hope that she can survive in the society. She can function like any other normal child. So the good news is my daughter has made huge improvement, and most of her difficulties are resolved. And I am sure in few more weeks and months, like she's going to function like any other normal child.